Hi, and welcome to another Bizmantools tutorial video. Today we'll be looking at understanding the Bizmantools file structure and how to set up a networked installation. Bizmantools is split up into two main components, the front end and the back end. The front end is the actual application you use. The back end is the database that holds all of your information, such as parameters, settings, quotes, orders, raw materials, etc. When Bizmantools updates, it's the front end which updates, leaving your settings and data untouched. Another important file is the Bizman-ini file. This is used to set the path to the back-end database and other minor settings. We will cover this in the next section. Let's have a look where we can find the ini file. Go to Start, My Computer, C Drive, and into the Bizman folder. Sometimes file extensions will be hidden and you'll only see a file called Bizman. You'll always be able to recognize the ini file by the icon, which is a piece of paper with a small cog on it. Inside the Bizman ini file, you'll find two important paths, the backend database path and the report database path. If you are on a standalone Bizmantools installation, your backend database path will look like this. Finding your backend database on your C drive, Bizman backend folder. However, if you're using a networked installation, your path will look something more like this, with an IP address preceding the Bizman path, or using a computer name instead of an IP address. Also note that you can have copies of your backend database path, and just using a semicolon, omit them from the code. When using a networked installation, the two paths that must point to the backend database are your backend database path and the report database path. Let's have a look at how to set up a networked installation. There are only 3 steps to do this. Step 1. Share the Bizman folder on your server. Step 2. Modify the ini file to reflect the new database path. You'll do this on all of the other machines connected to the server. Step 3. Set the paths in parameters screen. Let's take a look at how to share the Bizman folder on your machine. To share the Bizman folder, first go to the PC that you've designated to be the server. Go to your Start menu, My Computer. Click on the drive that has the Bizman folder, in this case it's the C drive. Find the Bizman folder and right-click and go down to Share With. Then click on Specific People. Here you can add the names of anyone you want to share Bizmantools with. In this instance, I'm just going to put in the word everyone. Click on Add. Now everyone's been added to the list. Make sure to give that person read and write. Share this, and now the folder is shared. You'll see here the path to the Bizman folder. In this case, it's //eisen/Bizman. You'll use this path in the ini files so that Bizmantools knows where to find the backend database. Now that we've seen how to share the Bizman folder, let's have a look at how to modify the ini file to reflect the new database. If you don't know how to get to the Bizman ini file, please refer back to the Understanding the ini file section of this video. Let's have a look at how we can modify this ini file to be correct for the folder we just shared. First, I'm going to make a copy of the backend database path, so this is easier to work with. Once I've made a copy, I'm just going to go exclude the first line of code by putting a semicolon. So now the program is looking for the backend database in the C drive Bizman backend bmback file. To change that, I'm going to get rid of the C drive and put 2 backslashes. This indicates that it's now going to look on the network. I will now put the word Eisen, as this was my computer name. Now you can see the ini file is going to look in the Eisen computer, the Bizman folder, backend bmback for the backend database path. Now we must do the same thing for the report database path. Going to copy the path, just paste a replica, remove one of the paths, and then do the same thing by putting in the Eisen computer name. Now, when I try and open Bizmantools, it will go over the network and find the ISM computer and use that backend database. Now that we've seen how to share the Bizman folder and how to modify the ini file, let's have a look at how to set the paths and parameters. Let's have a look at how to set the parameters in the path screen. First, open up Bizmantools. Log in. Make sure that you're in the full view. To do this, click on the Toggle View Basic button and the System Admin. It will tell you what view you currently are in. It says that we are in the basic view, so let's switch to the full view. Click on OK. It's telling us that we've now changed to the full view. Go to System Admin, Parameters, and then click on the Paths button. Here you'll find three important paths. The first path is showing the program where to send backups. The second is for your attachment database, and the third is for your quote images. There's also a button to check the system paths. As we can see, all the paths are correct. But now, let's set it up to run on a network. As before, let's connect it to the ISM computer. Save, and then let's check again. Everything is fine. Now you have a networked version of Bizmantools running. We just had a look at how to set the paths and parameters screen. Remember that your backups don't have to go to the same machine that your backend database is on. And also, remember to do daily backups, as it's important if anything happens to your backend database. Just to recap, we went over the Bizmantools file structure as well as understanding the ini file. We also had a look at how to set up a networked installation and setting the paths and the parameters screen. I hope you found this video informative and useful, and make sure to check out the next video in the series. Till next time.